Welcome back. For years, many doctors, nutrition experts, and everyday people believed this food was dangerous. Too fatty, too rich, too risky for your heart. Some people removed it completely from their kitchens. Others felt guilty every time they ate it. But now, modern science is telling a very different story. New research suggests this misunderstood food may actually help support heart health, improve metabolism, reduce cravings, nourish the brain, and even strengthen the immune system. So how did we get it so wrong? And why are millions of people still avoiding one of the most nutrient-dense foods available? Today, we're uncovering the truth behind one of the biggest nutrition reversals of our time, because the superfood doctors were wrong about for years, is the humble egg. And once you understand what science now knows, you may never look at breakfast the same way again. There was a time when eggs were considered almost dangerous. For decades, many people were told, don't eat more than 2 eggs a week. Egg yolks clog arteries. Eggs raise cholesterol. Eggs increase heart attack risk. Entire generations grew up believing eggs were something to limit, not celebrate. Restaurants pushed egg white omelets. Supermarkets promoted cholesterol-free substitutes. People threw away yolks like they were toxic waste. But where did that fear come from? It began with a simple idea. Egg yolks contain cholesterol. High cholesterol in the blood is associated with heart disease. Therefore, eating cholesterol must cause heart disease. It sounded logical, but biology is rarely that simple. Because your body is not a passive machine, it's an active, adaptive system. Your liver naturally produces cholesterol every day because cholesterol is essential for life. You need it to make hormones. You need it for cell membranes. You need it for vitamin D production. You need it for brain function. When dietary cholesterol goes up, the body often compensates by producing less. That means eating cholesterol does not automatically equal dangerous blood cholesterol levels. Yet for years, the nuance was missed, and eggs became the villain. What's remarkable is that during the anti-egg era, rates of obesity, metabolic disease, insulin resistance, and ultra-processed food consumption exploded. People replaced eggs with sugary cereals, low-fat pastries, refined toast, breakfast bars, artificial substitutes. The real danger may never have been the eggs. It may have been what replaced them. Modern nutritional science has evolved dramatically. Today, many large reviews and updated dietary guidelines no longer treat eggs the way they once did. Why? Because researchers discovered that for most healthy people, dietary cholesterol has a much smaller effect on blood cholesterol than once believed. Instead, several bigger drivers matter more: refined sugar, trans fats, chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, sedentary lifestyle, smoking excess calories, ultra-processed food patterns. In other words, it's not one egg at breakfast causing most heart disease risk. It's the total lifestyle pattern. And when eggs are eaten as part of a balanced diet rich in vegetables, fiber, healthy fats, movement, and sleep, they can be incredibly beneficial. Studies have associated egg consumption in many populations with improved satiety, better protein intake, support for weight management, higher intake of key nutrients, maintenance of muscle mass, stable energy compared with sugary breakfasts. That doesn't mean eggs are magic. No single food is, but it does mean the fear was exaggerated, and millions of people may have avoided a highly nutritious food because of outdated assumptions. Let's look at what's actually inside one egg. A single egg contains a remarkable package of nutrients. High-quality protein eggs provide complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot make on its own. That matters because protein supports muscle repair, hormone production, immune cells, enzymes, healthy aging, satiety. Many people struggle with cravings because breakfast lacks enough protein. A bowl of sugary cereal can spike blood sugar, then crash it. Eggs often do the opposite. They help keep you fuller longer. Choline, the forgotten brain. Nutrient eggs are one of the best sources of choline. Most people have never heard of it, yet choline is essential for brain development, memory, neurotransmitter production, liver health, cell membrane integrity. Many people do not get enough choline. Pregnant women especially need adequate intake because choline supports fetal brain development. And one of the richest convenient sources? Egg yolks, the very part people were taught to throw away. Vitamin D egg yolks contain small but meaningful amounts of vitamin D, a nutrient many Americans are deficient in. Vitamin D supports immune function, bone health, mood regulation, inflammation balance, lutein, and zeaxanthin. These antioxidants help support eye health and may protect the retina from oxidative stress. Again, found in the yolk. Healthy fats eggs contain fats needed for hormone balance, nutrient absorption, and cellular function. For years, fat was painted as the enemy, but the body requires healthy fats to thrive. Now let's address the biggest question. If eggs contain cholesterol, how can they support heart health? The answer lies in context. Not all cholesterol is the same. Not all lipoproteins behave the same. And not every person responds identically. Some individuals are hyper-responders, meaning dietary cholesterol can raise blood cholesterol more noticeably. But even then, the pattern is more complex than total cholesterol alone. Researchers now examine LDL particle size, HDL levels, triglycerides, inflammation markers, blood sugar control, waist circumference, blood pressure, because heart disease is multifactorial. Someone with normal weight, active lifestyle, good insulin sensitivity, low inflammation, and a whole food diet may metabolically look very different from someone sedentary, inflamed, sleep deprived, and living on processed food, even if both eat eggs. In fact, when eggs replace refined carbohydrates at breakfast, some people experience better satiety, lower snacking, more stable glucose, improved triglycerides. That matters, because metabolic health and cardiovascular health are deeply connected. The real question is not, are eggs good or bad? The better question is, what diet pattern are eggs part of? Eggs with vegetables, avocado, and berries? Very different from eggs with fried processed meats, sugary drinks, and white bread. Food does not exist in isolation. Science has moved forward. Many headlines have not. If you're trying to lose fat, reduce cravings, or stop constant snacking, eggs may be one of the smartest breakfast tools available. Why? 1. Protein. Turns down hunger. Protein stimulates satiety hormones more effectively than refined carbs. That means you feel satisfied sooner and stay full longer. 2. Stable energy. A pastry breakfast can create a rapid glucose rise followed by a mid-morning crash. That crash often feels like, I need coffee, I need sugar, I need something now. Eggs can help smooth that roller coaster. 3. Better food decisions. Later. When hunger is controlled early, people often make better choices later in the day. That means fewer impulsive snacks, fewer binges, fewer energy slumps. 4. Muscle preservation. During weight loss, preserving muscle is critical. Muscle supports metabolic rate, strength, insulin sensitivity, and longevity. Protein-rich foods like eggs can help. This is why many successful body recomposition plans include eggs strategically. Not because they are trendy, because they work. Your immune system is built from nutrients. It doesn't run on wishful thinking. It requires raw materials. Protein creates antibodies and immune cells. Vitamin D helps regulate immune responses. Selenium supports antioxidant defenses. Vitamin A contributes to barrier tissues. B vitamins help energy metabolism inside immune cells. Eggs contribute many of these nutrients. That doesn't mean eggs boost immunity, like a miracle claim. It means they help nourish the systems your body already uses to defend itself. There's a major difference. Real wellness is not about hacks. It's about giving biology what it needs. And when people remove nutrient-dense foods because of outdated fear, deficiencies and imbalances can quietly grow. This may surprise many people. The yolk is where much of the nutrition lives. The white is excellent protein. But the yolk contains choline, vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin K2 in some eggs, lutein, zeaxanthin, healthy fats, B12, folate, iron in small amounts. For years, millions of people ordered egg white omelets believing they were making the healthy choice. In some contexts, egg whites can be useful, but routinely discarding the yolk means discarding much of the value. It's like buying an orange and throwing away the juice. The fear of yolks was driven by outdated cholesterol anxiety. Today, many experts take a more nuanced view. For most people, whole eggs can absolutely fit into a healthy diet. Now, let's be balanced and honest. Not everyone should eat unlimited eggs. There are situations where caution makes sense. 1. Familial hypercholesterolemia or specific lipid disorders. Some people have genetic conditions affecting cholesterol metabolism. They should work with a physician. 2. Diabetes or existing cardiometabolic disease. The overall diet pattern matters enormously. Monitoring personal response is wise. 3. Food allergy. Egg allergy is real and can be serious. 4. Individual tolerance. Some people simply feel better with different protein sources. That's okay. Nutrition is personal. Science is not about forcing one food onto everyone. It's about replacing myths with evidence. The message is not, eat 12 eggs a day. The message is, eggs were unfairly demonized, and for many people, they can be a valuable part of a healthy lifestyle. How you cook eggs matters. Better options: boiled, poached, soft scrambled vegetable omelets, shakshuka hard boiled for snacks, cooked in moderate healthy fats. Less ideal options: deep fried in unstable oils, served with sugary sides, paired only with processed meats daily burned or overcooked repeatedly. The healthiest egg meal usually includes fiber and phytonutrients. Examples: eggs plus spinach plus mushrooms, eggs plus tomatoes plus avocado, eggs plus sautéed peppers plus berries, eggs plus greens plus olive oil drizzle. Now you've created balance. Protein, healthy fat, micronutrients, fiber from plants, stable energy. That's how real nutrition works. Not all eggs are identical. Factors that may influence quality include hen feed, living conditions, freshness, storage production methods. Labels can be confusing, but in general, many people prefer pasture-raised free-range organic, if budget allows local fresh sources when trusted. Why? Because animal diet and environment may influence nutrient composition. Sometimes yolks from pasture-raised hens are darker and richer due to carotenoids, but don't let perfection stop progress. Even standard eggs can still be nutritious. Buy the best quality you can reasonably afford. Consistency matters more than labels. How did the egg myth survive for decades? Because once a health belief becomes mainstream, it spreads through media headlines, habit fear marketing, old textbooks, social repetition, oversimplified advice, and fear is sticky. If people hear this food causes heart attacks long enough, it becomes emotional truth, even after evidence changes. This happens repeatedly in nutrition. Fat was blamed, then carbs were blamed, then fruit was blamed, then seed oils debated, then gluten generalized. The real lesson is bigger than eggs. It's this: beware nutrition certainty. Human metabolism is complex. Context matters. Patterns matter. Lifestyle matters. And science evolves. The healthiest mindset is not rigid dogma. It's informed flexibility. If you want energy, focus, and metabolic support, build breakfast around these principles: protein eggs, Greek yogurt, tofu, fish, cottage cheese, legumes, fiber vegetables, berries, chia, oats, greens, healthy fat eggs, avocado, nuts, seeds, olive oil, low added sugar. Avoid turning breakfast into dessert. Satisfaction. If your meal doesn't satisfy you, cravings win later. Eggs excel here because they combine convenience, protein, versatility, and nutrient density. That's why they remain a staple in many of the world's healthiest traditional diets. This story is not just about eggs. It's about what happens when we fear whole foods while embracing ultra-processed replacements. A person removes eggs, then eats a low-fat muffin loaded with refined flour and sugar. That was marketed as healthy for years. We now know better. Whole foods often come packaged with complexity nature designed: protein, micronutrients, natural fats, satiety structure. Processed foods often strip that away, then sell it back through branding. The egg reminds us that simplicity often wins. Real food, reasonable portions, balanced meals, consistency. That's where health is built. So, were doctors wrong about this superfood? Some were. More accurately, medicine and nutrition science were working with incomplete information. And as better evidence emerged, the story changed. That's not failure, that's progress. Today, we know for many people, eggs can support heart-smart eating patterns, weight management, muscle maintenance, brain health, eye health, immune function, stable energy. They are affordable, versatile, nutrient-dense, and deeply misunderstood. So if fear kept eggs off your plate for years, it may be time to revisit the evidence. Because sometimes the foods we were told to avoid become the foods that help us thrive. And if you want more science-backed truths about nutrition, metabolism, disease prevention, and longevity, subscribe now, because the next food myth we expose may be sitting in your kitchen right now.